This is held in place by literally eyelash glue. They sprouted. Welcome to a little story about something big, growing plants on the moon, because it sounds magical, doesn't it? Yeah, especially because lunar soil is straight up infertile. Well, science says, yes we can. Hey, I'm Neva, and today I want to share my notes on a new way that we could grow plants on the moon. For more stories about flowers and botany, you can check out my socials, and for now, you can like, comment, and subscribe to get more planty stories and to support me in sharing more about our green friends. Let's get into it. This is Osmosis. I thought it was pretty fitting that she'd be sitting here for the entire video. So first off, the moon is just barren and rocky, so lunar soil is pretty much just a desert. It's a dry, dusty mix of like rock bits and broken fragments with no moisture or organic matter, because it's literally just the leftovers from billions of years of being hit with meteors. No like biological or chemical processes like Earth soil. Instead, lunar dirt is just mechanical smashing by space rocks and interactions with space wind. And yeah, here's the thing, like lunar soil isn't even real soil. It's actually just regolith, which is like a layer of loose rocks and dust that lies on top of the solid bedrock of moon underneath. And so on Earth, that regolith also includes soil, which is like a biologically active medium essential for plant growth, and it has like organic materials and living organisms. So yeah, of course soil wouldn't be on the lifeless moon. Sarah Noble from NASA says lunar soil isn't even real soil because it's made differently. It's all mechanical, no biological or chemical processes like here on Earth. So for years, scientists have tried to figure this out, like how can we turn this lifeless ground into a place for plants to grow? Can we even do that? As a quick side note, in this video, I'm not even going to get into should we do that. So back in 2022, scientists from the University of Florida were trying to figure this out. So they took some seeds from Thalecress, aka Arabidopsis thaliana, and planted them in the lunar dirt that like NASA astronauts got during those iconic Apollo missions. As a quick side note, those 6 Apollo landing missions brought back a total of just under like 400 kilograms of lunar rocks and soil. That's like 800-ish pounds, which like sounds like a lot, but makes it actually pretty rare. But anyway, back to the seeds, because guess what? They sprouted. This was our first hint that like, hey, maybe we can do some gardening on the moon. But here's the thing, those scientists, they added in water and nutrients, so yeah. Also, the plants did grow and they were alive, but they weren't like too happy about it. They were stressed, stunted, like trying to grow a tropical plant in the Arctic. This is partly because lunar soil doesn't have 2 crucial elements which also happen to be plant nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus. Plants need nitrogen for like proteins and enzymes, and phosphorus is a really big deal for their growth and development. So yeah, they need these to like live. And actually, the moon soil does have phosphorus, but it's not in a form that plants can use. So how do we convert that lunar rock into something that the plants might actually enjoy living in? So fast forward to just a few months ago where things get more exciting. Researchers at the China Agricultural University took it up a notch by adding not 1, not 2, but 3 types of bacteria to the lunar medium. And boom, they got healthy plants growing in what used to be just lifeless moon dirt. Well, remember how I said moon dirt's kind of like rare? They had to use a special soil created from volcanic rock at China's Changbai Mountain. But it does mimic the moon soil in chemical composition and physical structure. It's almost a perfect match to the moon's regolith. But the difference is that, well, obviously, Cast 1 is sourced from Earth. So the black basalt gets gathered, broken up into little bits, and then carefully sieved to get just the right size, which is like 0.3 to 0.5 millimeters. And that sieving is really important to avoid any pesky issues with like plant roots and soil quality that were in some of the earlier studies. It's a clever approach to study lunar agriculture while we're still here on Earth. But the real question, how did these plants get so freaking healthy? The secret is clearly the bacteria, but it's really in the bacteria's ability to unlock phosphorus, that vital nutrient for plants that was in the mixture, trapped in an inaccessible form. So the bacteria made the medium more acidic, which then caused the phosphate-containing materials to just dissolve. So as a result, those plants in the bacteria-treated soil had significantly better growth compared to those in the untreated soil. They had longer stems and roots, they had heavier and wider leaf clusters, they had higher levels of chlorophyll. So this breakthrough means not only can plants survive on the moon, but they could thrive on the moon. So really, this is like a potential method to make the lunar regolith fertile for agriculture, which could be incredibly useful for living on the moon, or reducing the amount of food and resources that needs to get transported from Earth to the moon, or editing Neva here. I should also add that regolith research has really picked up in the spaceflight community for the last 2 to 3 years, and there's a couple really exciting projects that haven't yet made it to publication. Dr. Alexander Meyers of NASA says, "For me, the biggest takeaway from the study is that not only can we use microbes to make lunar regolith more hospitable to plant life, but also that doing so may not be a competitively complex process." That's a really great point. They only added 3 microorganisms. They didn't have to add a whole community and then wait for it to ferment and go through a big complex thing. It was literally just adding 3 things. It could help get enough food and oxygen for human crews, because plants produce oxygen through photosynthesis. So imagine lunar bases with gardens and food and self-sustaining habitats, and that's the first steps towards a new type of space exploration. But obviously, caution is key. We gotta study how these plants grow, what the effects of terraforming the moon could be, before we just leap in and cause a second climate crisis on another planetary body. I forgot to add something that might be kind of obvious, which is that microorganisms are really freaking important for nutrient availability here on Earth. So we may see a similar thing happen in space too. You have not moved for the last 2 hours. As always, I've dressed up for the occasion. This is held in place by literally eyelash glue and a little star moon necklace. And I am freaking loving these earrings. And these earrings are so cool. They're so cute. They go all the way back in, and the back is the edge of the thing. And I have these cool little ear cuffs. They're so cool. And this is held in place by eyelash glue. It's actually a necklace, but I figured it was star themed, so very on point for today. So that's my cosmic botanical story for you guys today. If you have any ideas for what planty tales I should dive into next, leave a comment and I'll see you on the next page. Ai, Momo. Ai, Momo. Momo, Momo. Momo, Momo. I swear, my intelligence just decreases the closer I am in proximity to a cat. I'm okay with this. Welcome to Notes by Neva. I will be sitting like this the entire time because my chair has been occupied. Okay, I can't do that though because it's digging into my butt. Thank you, Ace. Oh, that looks so aesthetic, but I know that the moment I get up, you're gonna move, aren't you? Osmosis, I brought this plant out because I wanted to show everyone how cool it is, not because I wanted you to eat it. Osmosis, this is called a begonia. If you eat it, you'll be in big trouble. Normally it's in a place you can't reach it, so we're playing with fire today. Okay.